Hello guys, so because many of you liked the video about the BMW, we managed to get a different car which probably is more used to drifting. So here we have a Nissan S13. So this S13 looks probably the same as everyone else's. It has a Rocket Bunny version 1 kit, and under the wheel arch we are hiding Wisefab front and wheel angle kit, HSD coilovers, and Brembo brakes. And I think that's probably the best recipe for an S13 from my thoughts. This car is running on E85 or ethanol. Call it as you want, it's rubbing alcohol. So we have a homologated fuel system in the rear, and we also have the battery in the rear. So that's pretty much about the rear end. So this car has a Jap factory handbrake, a BMW gearbox, you have a Tilton pedal box, and you have a bunch of switches, interesting ones, and Bimarco seats. So that's pretty much all of it. Bonus stuff is a roll cage and the fire extinguisher system to keep you safe. This car is running a AEM dash, which shows you all the stuff you need to know about the car. Let's move on to the most interesting part. This car is running an LS1 engine with a massive turbo. This LS1 is forged to the maximum. It has a forged crankshaft from NASCAR. It has forged pistons. It has upgraded camshafts, upgraded rockers. So basically this engine has a huge potential because it's fully built to the max level and it's going to hold any power you will like. So I did mention it has a turbo, and you might be guessing what turbo is it? It's a turbo from a Scania named Holset, and it's almost the size as my head. So we are using this turbo at 0.8 bars, and it's making around 750 horsepower, and if you put up the boost it can make easily more. Well, I haven't driven an S chassis before, and when I drove it I noticed that it just drives different from a BMW, and this car has more power than mine, which was also interesting because I got to feel how the car handles and at what speed I can initiate. Also, this car has a turbo, and I have never driven a turbo engine, so that's another thing, because driving a NA engine is easier because you can control the throttle and every time you want, and it's just there, the power all the time, you can feel it. But here you just have that different feeling of driving a turbo, because it's when it spools up then it just pulls and like has more power. So that's one interesting thing. Also, Nissan's angle is a bit bigger than BMW's, and it's much easier to do backwards entries, 360s, and all kinds of cool stuff that I would wish to do in my BMW. So that's why I have to work harder, try to get that setup so that the BMW feels just as good as this car. So if I would have a chance to drive this car again or any other S chassis, I would be happy for that. So yeah, I want to say a huge thank you to Oscars, the car's owner, for giving me a chance to drive this car, because honestly it's just way more different than driving a BMW, and it's going to be a good experience for the future. So as always, thank you for sticking around, and if you want to see more cars, leave your thoughts in the comments below, because we just can't decide which car to start. So see you in the next episode.